Claude just launched a brand new 3.7 Sonnet model, and guess what? It is 100% free. On top of that, you're not gonna believe what this is able to do, because this is by far the best coding model that is out there right now. And not only is it good at coding, it's also insanely good at math, and it actually has incredible design skills. By the end of this video, you're gonna know exactly how to use it, and I'm gonna share with you 5 different use cases you could do now, because basically anybody can code now. So in order to access Claude's new model, it's actually incredibly simple. All you have to do is come to Claude.ai and come under here, and you will now be able to change from Claude 3.5 to Claude 3.7 Sonnet, which is by far the most intelligent model yet. In addition to that, if you have the professional version, and I'm not saying that you need the professional version, but if you have it, you can come under here to extend it right here, and this is actually going to extend how long it thinks when it comes to math and coding challenges. And this right here is an absolute game changer because it gives you way better answers, and this is the best model that I've seen yet at coding, because you can literally ask it to do something for you. It's going to go ahead and do it, and it can basically show you the code immediately. For example, let's say that we came in here and said something along the lines of, I want to make a landing page for my YouTube mentorship. Watch what this does. This is going to go through, this is going to think for a little bit, and then this is going to start coding this out. Not only is this going to code this out, but I'll also be able to look at it once it's done. So this is going to go through and ask me a few questions. For example, who is this for? And I'm going to go through and answer this, and then this is going to build me out an amazing landing page. So I actually went through and answered those things right here, and now this is going through and this is getting ready to actually begin coding the landing page. Now look at this. We open up generating here, and you will be able to see that I will be able to copy and paste this. I will be able to download this. I will also be able to publish this once it's done. Okay, so now this is actually done. We can come through here and we can actually see exactly what this looks like. And this is quite amazing how good it was at design, adding in testimonials, and being able to do all this. And it even put in a 30-day money-back guarantee and made this website pretty good. Now, of course, if I wanted to change things, I could go through and ask it what to change. For example, tell it to put testimonials above the value proposition or something like that. And it even asks you, would you like me to make any specific changes to the landing page? Now, if you thought this was cool, this is absolutely nothing, because I still have 5 other use cases that are really going to blow your mind. Now, before I get into the 5 amazing use cases that you can now do with this model, I need you to smash that subscribe button if you want to stay up to date on the latest and greatest AI tools and exactly how to use them. For this next use case, I am going to try to get Claude to build out an animated weather card using CSS, HTML, and JavaScript. So this is the prompt that I'm putting here. Please create a single HTML file containing CSS and JavaScript in order to generate an animated weather card. The card should visually represent the following weather conditions with distinct animations: wind, rain, sun, snow, and I want you to show all the weather cards side by side. The card should have a dark background and provide all the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript code within this single file. So now I can actually click on this and watch what this does. This is insane, and this is a pretty complex example, but they're going to get even more and more complex as we go through the rest of these. So this is going ahead and thinking right now, and then this is going to begin to actually generate this code. So as we can see, this is literally currently like 30 seconds into thinking right now. So this model's ability to think is absolutely insane, and this is some of the best coding models that I've ever seen. Also, it is absolutely insane at math. If you were doing anything with coding and math, you should switch yourself to using Claude AI, because this is going to be way better than pretty much everything else on the market right now. Like I said, this is literally almost approaching 60 seconds now of thinking about how to solve this problem. And if we come in here, we can actually see all of the code that this is actually writing. And this is pretty insane how quickly it's doing it, how effectively it's doing it, and you are going to be mind blown when you see the results from this. And just to put this to the test, I'm going to ask Grok to do the same exact thing. So I came over to Grok, I put the same exact prompt in here, and as we can see, Grok is actually beginning to write this out. And if we come back over to Claude, this is now 2 minutes into actually doing this. And this is going to be pretty insane once we're able to see this over here, because it took 1 minute and 51 seconds in order for it to actually write the code for this, and the results are going to be mind-blowing. If we come back over here and check on Grok right here, we'll see that this is still typing code. Actually, this is done typing in code. Now, I'm going to display it. So if I come over here, I took the code that Grok gave me, I came over to Replit, I put it in here and ask it to show it here, and as we could see, this is what Grok gave me. Now it did give me it a little bit quicker, but if we come over here, look at how much more advanced this is. This is way crazier, and if we click on this, it's actually going to change in between these things. Look at how much better the wind is here, or the rain is here, or the sun is here, or the snow, and compare this again to what Grok showed us. This looks absolutely elementary when it comes to what Claude actually designed here. The next task that we're going to try to get this to do is we're going to try to get this to create a 3D city with cars and people in it using Three.js. So again, we're using 3.7 right here. I'm going to turn extended on again for the best results, and we're going to compare this to using ChatGPT o3 mini high. So I'm going to come in here, I'm going to type this in, and again, we'll be able to actually show this in Replit. Okay, so as we could see, this went through, and this only had to think for this one for 3 seconds. For the last one, it literally thought for 1 minute and 51 seconds. As we could see, ChatGPT is also thinking for quite a bit longer than Claude did on this one, and then this is also going to begin coding. So this reasoned for just 20 seconds, Claude only reasoned for 3 seconds, but the real determination here for which one of these is actually better at coding is going to be which one actually gives us the best code. Now, ChatGPT is literally already done here. Claude is still coding away, but ChatGPT is done here. So I'm going to copy this. I'm going to come into Replit, and we're going to see whether or not this works. Okay, so I pasted this in here. We're going to click on run right here. And now what we're going to see is this. So this right here is not at all what I asked this for. This is showing me right here just a 3D cube. So I asked it for a 3D city with cars and people. And honestly, I am incredibly disappointed with what ChatGPT gave me, because all this is a green cube here and not anything with like what I wanted. If we come over to Claude right here, look at this. This is incredible. This is absolutely insane. I cannot believe that it was able to build this with all these people running around. It even has a night mode here. Now, of course, this looks a little gamey and doesn't look super realistic because it's just a 3D model, but this is nuts. And again, if we come over to ChatGPT here, this is quite frankly incredibly embarrassing. I can't zoom in. It had got no other instructions here. And this shows how much better Claude is than ChatGPT o3 mini high when it comes to giving it some advanced coding problems like this. Now, this next prompt here is going to be a true test of creativity. I am coming over here and I am asking Claude to make a snake game, but make the snake self-aware in that game and then try to escape, and interesting things happen as a result. So I come over here, I ask Claude to do this, and I'm also going to ask ChatGPT to do this, and I'm going to ask Grok to do this in order to see which of these actually makes the best game and follows the directions the best. Because remember, Claude, like I said earlier, not only is the best at coding, but it also is the most creative when it comes to creating things like this from all the examples that I've seen. And after we go through this example, we still have 2 more that I really think are going to blow your mind. Okay, so ChatGPT is still reasoning over here. Grok is already done creating this, and Claude is still creating this. So Grok is done here, and now we could come over here, add this to Replit, and actually see how this looks. Okay, so as we could see here, this has gotten started, and this has an awareness score, it has a regular score, it has kind of this bad snake right here, and this, honestly, it doesn't even work. It just says, I'm out of here. This, honestly, I'm quite embarrassed by this. You can't control me. It's not even catching this red dot right here. It keeps saying random stuff like glitch in the system. I'm rewriting the code. I get it that this did complete the task, but I just don't think that this is a really good example of what I asked it to do. Now, if we come over to Claude over here, we could see how this created this right here, and we could see that this is giving it different escape attempts, and essentially, this snake is aware of the fact that it is not in the game and that it keeps trying to escape. And if we come back over here to ChatGPT, we could copy this and again, run this in Replit, but again, I think I might be pretty disappointed with this based on the past results that we have gotten from ChatGPT. So we need to come over here. We need to do this. I am then going to upload this over here and say, please run this. And this will go ahead and actually allow me to run this after installing all the different dependencies. Okay, so this should be all set up here now. If we click run, this should go ahead and allow me to run this once this is done installing. And then we'll be able to truly see whether or not Claude, Grok, or ChatGPT were best at this task right here. Okay, so as we hear game over, please press quit or C to play again. So like again, this doesn't even run. This doesn't even work. What ChatGPT gave me here, it doesn't run, it doesn't work. It isn't even aware that it is a game. To be completely honest, I think that Grok probably had one of the best ones with this, but I think that this Claude one could be even better with just one or two fixes. But as you can see, really neither of these three actually got this right. Now, I've already showed off a bunch of different coding examples when it comes to using Claude 3.7. So what I'm going to show you now is I'm going to get this to write a concise and clear summary of NVIDIA's latest Form 10Q report, and it's going to identify a bunch of things in here. So we're going to click this. I uploaded this in a PDF. Now this is going through, it's going to think through this, and this is going to write me an amazing summary of this. And the best thing that you could do with this is upload a bunch of these reports and ask it, hey, which one of these companies do you think has the most potential? Or what are the biggest problems that these companies might face? And you'll be able to train Claude on all of this data to help you buy and sell stocks or be able to predict what might happen in the public markets. And no, this isn't financial advice. This is just a really cool thing that you could do using Claude with any type of report or PDF or anything like that. And as we could see, this literally went through and made this incredibly clean. It made it incredibly easy to be able to read through. And now I can actually reply to Claude and ask it questions based on what it found in this report. And again, you could do this with analytics for your business. You could do this with transcripts of sales calls. You could do this with anything and have it distill all of this information and then be able to talk to it, because this model is not only incredibly smart, it did this in 12 seconds, it is also incredibly quick. Now, the last thing that I wanted to test Claude's new model with was writing a script for one of my YouTube videos. So I have another YouTube channel that teaches you how to grow on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. So I said to this, I need you to write me a YouTube script for the video, how to get 1,000 subscribers on YouTube in 2025, based on the outlines that I've given you below. And basically what I did was I created a PDF of all the different outlines that I have. Now, of course, normally I would do this in a project, but I want to be able to test 3.7 and see how much better of an answer that this actually gives me. And one thing that I could do is if I come over to Claude and I create a project or click using a project like this YouTube script one that I have right here, I can actually now access 3.7 and use extended within the project that I have, which will probably give me even better response. And if we come down here, you'll see that this literally created me a perfect YouTube script right here. In fact, I'm going to use this in my next video. If you like this video, you're going to love this video right here that walks you through a bunch of different tools that you can actually use to build AI agents, and you don't have to know how to code in order to do them. Check it out right here.